And we're live now. Guaranteed. Jerry's got a decoy. What's the strat here? And how is Jerry's decoy going to be the one key piece to bringing this one through?
All the bait set up. This could be cheeky.
This could be interesting.
Oh no, if there's not a flashbang, this could be murderous.
He got hit. He got hit with the decoy. That's how they know. That's actually amazing. It is the key piece. It's the key piece, Alan. It's there. Too many targets. He's got Asler behind him, though. Numbers are equal. Jerry, you absolute mad scientist, you. This bomb's going down. The round under control. Everything revealed because of a pesky decoy. They've got banana control. They know that. There's no easy targets here for Zyphon. So he's going to have to battle his way through the hard way. There's plenty of time still, but Zyphon and XELLOW need to get into this action, and they know it. The swing in, good. Very good. My goodness, Zyphon. And it's just a massacre. So despite the genius play, despite the genius setup, if you can't hit the heads at the end of the day, you're not going to win the round. Just to clarify as well, in case you that one went too quick and you missed it, what Jerry did is he bounced the decoy off of the wall specifically to hit anyone playing half wall so that they get the audio cue and know the player's there and startle them as they come around the corner. Brilliant.
If it was intentional,
it was.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It is the greatest Jerry move ever.
You think it was just a fake flash? Why else would you throw that particular decoy? I've seen teams start to use that. I've seen it on Vertigo A-Ramp. Teams throwing the decoy to hit the guy cement so that you get the audio cue and confirm whether there's a player cement to know whether you need to commit a molly to it.
Well, these are new strats. These are beyond me. We didn't have these back in the day. We didn't have these back in the day.
No.
These new fresh ideas. The kids, they just be so smart.
I don't know if I would quite call Jerry the kids, but it could have been one of the other players who.
He's actually quite young. This is the crazy thing. He's only 20. I think he's 25.
Oh God, Jerry. Yeah, 24. Not even. Yeah. Still a spring chicken. That's wild. He's been around for a hot minute. Jerry, speak of the devil, he's going to get himself a kill now. Potential danger for the B players, but it seems like A is still the approach. It's going to be 2-2, whichever site they hit. Safe onto the pit with this A4. A little bit of a problem.
But if they've done their research, they'll know that that was an A player. Look at all this space that's been seeded on B by the banana push. You can't blame Sprout, but they might get punished. Jerry, his teammate's starting to clear. They want to collapse on A. Here comes the mid flank. They need to be so careful now.
That's a nice find. So I have to take XELLOW out of commission, and they don't even know if this is the bomb. It's not the confirmation, but with the push-up banana, they're going to start to feel comfortable. It's all about Zyphon holding on for long enough here. He's not been able to. Good damage. The upgrade in the pit for Result. Bomb down. A little bit of cover. Maybe helps so this retake. Oh, that's a big one. But zorte able to stall long enough. Result finishes it off. 3 big kills. forZe win the force buy.
Got a little awkward. First kill on Azza is just game-changing. Splits up the map. Forces Sprout to the spot. They had to try and make moves. I think XELLOW will really regret doing that alone. Maybe they should have just gambled it wasn't a CT wrap. That it was going to be an A collapse in the end. But that's thanks to forZe. They made it so awkward. Took a lot of map control. Sat with it. Waited for the wrong rotation. And then they punished it perfectly. And look what this has done to Sprout's money. It's so bad. Deagle in the mix. A bit of nadage, but not much else there. Given the slimmest opportunity, but can't connect. And, ooh, his app setup. Could be cheeky. Could definitely be cheeky, but okay. Doesn't matter if you jump in. Still finds the frags.
A little casual pogo stick action. Yeah, it was an intentional jump or a score wheel jumper.
We'll never know. Add it to the Jerry decoy list.
Jerry's just 3 steps ahead. He was piloting his teammate.
Do you think he gives them like a special handbook when they start at forZe? With this is how Jerry,
orientation.
This is how Jerry does stuff.
Hello, welcome to the forZe orientation video.
Yes.
We're gonna let you know how to get inside the mind of a Jerry. I would like to take that orientation video class.
I would like to make it. It'd be glorious. And it needs to be I'm sure you've done enough Jerry interviews to know the style, but it needs to be narrated by Jerry in his interview style of just continuously jumping between topics.
Yes, and telling you, like, you ask one question, and he tells you the answer to 3.
Yes.
Love Jerry interviews. Oop, a little bit of damage coming
guns
here at the end of the round.
There's a rifles down. And Krad dead as well.
Dropped. Now they can save these.
Why have they thrown some... Sprout was saving basically nothing.
There's an AK down on Banana. Can they get it? Oh, it's the A4. Interesting.
I think there's a grill here too.
The thing is, Jerry was getting pinched, right? So the player who comes bottom Banana tells Jerry he's getting pinched, but the problem is it comes from both sides. So a little bit disjointed there. Maybe if they're a half second earlier, it doesn't matter. But that's quite a find for Sprout out of a rough round.
Couple Deegs dropped over with the saves. Flashes on Asda. Where are those headed? Looks like B. So I guess he'll prime those. Or Stairs got the only good weapon here. Lau and X is actually playing in towards mid at the moment. And I wait to see how these flashes come into play. There needs to be there's gonna be a plan here.
I got a lot of noise here. Jerry's not making any secret of this. And look at the push down mid. Oh, Lau and X. Oh, down by the bench. He's going to get a little cheeky flank on. That's the bomb. Looking for more. Oh, okay. I'll just take the bomb. They better pick things up now when they're not getting the opening pick on towards B. This is a problem. And Lau is punishing them. A TK even coming through as Jerry sacrifices result. Get his kill. Disasters for forZe in this round.
They're going to be so scared of going back mid now because Lau and X could be anywhere. They know he's got the rifle. You're going to feel so enticed to hit B in the end. Azza, I think you need to stay because Lau's seen nothing cross mid. And there might just be pistols here, but it's such a hard crossfire to break when you've got this little utility. Look at this. One flashbang and a molly.
You know, smoke for the cross. You just got to shoot your way out, pretty much. And I mean, first contact, you're likely to die to the next. Jolfie trying a bit of heroics here. He's just went into the pool. That's not bad. They're playing passive, and in doing so, they're letting players very far forward. But there's the flank. There's the shot. Stairs going to hit that every day of the week. And now, Jerry, a wounded Jerry. What could he possibly hope to do? Nothing.
Wow. What a collapse. That was 2 saves, a couple flashes. Lau gets the perfect flank. forZe stalled out. And you can see here. Wow, they just have no idea. There's no eyes on mid. It's so slow from forZe. And I love the patience from Sprout at the end. Not to overface. So many teams on the pistols would feel super eager and emboldened by how well it was going and just keep peeking repeatedly. They let them get all the way onto the bomb site. And I imagine the plan was as soon as a tap comes in, they're just going to start swarming. And it was perfect. No opportunity for forZe to get back into that round. And I am not surprised to see an early pause come in because there's a lot to talk about. They have dropped the ball a couple times already. How's XELLOW got an AWP this early in the game?
Well, it helps
when
when
spies.
Lau doesn't have to buy for 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Stolen rifles. He's not even the one who dropped because he's still got 4,300 in the tank. So I guess it was Stair dropped it over.
I don't think they'll ever expect an AWP to be in play this early. And they haven't really got the nades.
Up short right now. This turns into a bracket take. It's going to be a tough one.
I think they might just need to exec. I mean, they've got 1 flashbang. You burn that just for some control. It's a bit of a waste. And Krad is looking to do just that. He's lining up just a pull flash. So there's going to come on his own. There goes the pull flash. He's getting out of dodge before Jerry swings and just about there's the molly as well to ensure no future peaks.
They've taken brackets though, but here's the peek back in for Zyphon deleted. Now the gun down on the ground. Now threat on it because it's just XELLOW here in towards the site. Azar was pulled out of rotation. Oh, they're in a really tough spot. This is going to be bad. XELLOW's playing the close angle with the AWP. They've heard him scoping, so they've got the read, and he shot is gone wide. Azu takes 1-2, trying to make this viable for the squad, but they can get the bomb down, and with Azu lost, this retake's going to be a bit of a nightmare. So, working with very little. forZe found a lot. Lau wants to bring it back, but he's trying to make a move ahead of his teammate. They're not playing together, and he's had his head ripped from his shoulders. Stare might just have to back off this one. He's going to. That's a disaster for Sprout.
And the force buy wars continue as Sprout lose the next.
The force buy wars?
Yeah, the force buy wars. It is all just Jerry, a one-man army, Tech 9 in hand. One flashbang onto pool, a bit of peeking. That pulls Azza. And I think Zyphon's going to really regret fighting mid when they only had 2 on A. He just left his teammate XELLOW in the most impossible position, playing cold on an AWP up against rifles and pistols. It would have taken the highlight of his life to save that bomb site. And yeah, that was always going to be monstrously unlikely. Thank God there's a little bit of cash in reserve for a few of these players. So the buy for Sprout is not quite as bad as you might have anticipated. But as we always say, these force buys, trading them is so good for the T side. It's so much easier to invest. And their force is starting to look pretty good.
It's wild that Lau is sacrificing having a rifle in order to drop an op over to XELLOW. We got to see the impact of that big green if they're going to do it. And he's not been the most, at least of what we've seen so far in this qualifier, he's not been the most aggressive, dynamic, I would say, in terms of taking the fights early on.
I don't think I've seen him be that in any game. He seems very static to me. From now watching him for 3 or 4 months.
Which is, it can be fine, but it makes the decision to prioritize an op. It's harder for it to be a round changer, you know, if you're not necessarily going looking. He is going looking for a fight in towards mid, but deleted, head ripped from the shoulders. That op not going to justify itself. Well, they can't grab it over on the force side. I'm not even sure they'd want it. Pressure's on. Double stack here. One below, one above on the porch. Pressure on. Flashbang's good. Trades are on. And Zyphon holds the line. Able to slip away. zorte wants to chase this, but does he realize Lau's in towards the cubby? Oh, Lau's going to fight a freebie here. Krad. Never mind. Aware. Gone out. Ready for it. That means they have Zyphon isolated on the site, but Zyphon, he has been good. Krad. Looking to take this duel. And he's going to find it.
No idea. Is there a kit down even on this bomb site? Maybe there's one in mid. They can't connect with the first. I thought they were just going to commit to the... Oh, the bomb was actually in pit. I didn't realize. That's why they took the jewels. And, wow. It felt like after this exchange in mid from Zyphon, it was going to be such a good hold. Man advantage. I think Lau... I know he wants the gun. I know he wants to win the round then and there. But he could have played the long game. And I think he's going to regret it. forZe are proving to be very hard to put away in these rounds.
Yeah. One of the things I'm noticing, silver lining for Sprout, one of the things that it's interesting that I've noticed over the last 2 days, Zyphon is shining a lot more in this iteration of the roster, even if, you know, they're still finding their footing. In the previous team, right, when he came into that refresh roster, largely he was just relegated to support. He was very much just setting up his teammates of Low and X and Stare and then XELLOW. And it's interesting to see him step to the forefront in terms of the fragging. I think he's been pretty reliable for them over the last couple of days.
I think his spots are mostly the same. Mainly anchor, CT, and then edge of the map on T side. He seems to be the pit player here, which would have been the case with refresh. So if there is any credence to this roster being better for him, it's going to be more of culture or playstyle or something like this. Versus spots. That is a ripper. Stairs already gone. Was he just jump spotting? Head removed.
I think so. It might also just be a situation as well where, you know, the normal firepower piece of Low not doing so well in terms of health means that maybe the rest of the roster trying to step to the forefront to take up some of that burden.
Well, I don't think they even know players around mid here, let alone wrapping CT.
This is going to be brutal. They're going to throw their nades over towards A just to hold the rotation, but this is a B pinch. Every day of the week, this is a B pinch. They've got the first, the
Yeah.
second. Okay.
Lau never knew.
SMG took
He
a minute
never
to
knew.
get that. But yeah, I mean, it's over.
Yeah, nice piece of mid-rounding, though. You throw front side smoke, which cuts off an angle from new box or triple or whatever. So they can't see you wrapping in through CT, and you're faking A at the same time. So those A players are not concerned about the long side. Yeah, a neat little bit of mid-rounding from Jerry. And his ever expressive, let's say, box of tricks is a little bit deeper. He's got more to come. Maybe that's how we should nickname Jerry, the Magician.
The
I know
magician,
we used to call, Kenny that and all that jazz.
the mad
but
scientist is just so
that's
accurate.
a good one, actually. Yeah, or the alchemist or something.
Yeah.
Concocting some sort of brew.
Just always, there's always some sort of, you're always looking at around wondering what's happening here, but then it always makes complete sense when you see the end product and you realize how much was intentional. Sometimes forZe rounds feel like they're mad dash throwing things together, and afterwards you realize it was a brilliant plan. So I think either the mad scientist or the conductor.
No, conductor's too
orchestral, refined.
yeah, it's much too refined. The mad scientist, just one that's absolutely cracked out. They have the quote is,
Yeah.
Genius is only one step away from insanity.
Yes.
That's Jerry. That is Jerry.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay, that's a nice way to get started for Zyphon, taking the initiative again, making things happen here. But, I mean, it's just a piss around, so we're not expecting much. Maybe time for XELLOW to have a round. He has been library quiet so far this game. He's got a test to study for. At this point, here's their only chance of this round being interesting. It's one. One, probably not enough.
B-. That time around. Not quite the results he was looking for. Having a hell of a game, the young kid. And in the same way that Zyphon plays a lot of the, let's say, the lesser spots, results in the same camp. He doesn't get middle map positions. He's always left on the side. He's always normally, fending for himself. And he's off to a zinger of a start. 12-3, 4 KD.
Uchimama. Dominant T side for forZe so far. I mean, once they got clear of those force by wars, it has been rougher for Sprout. The AWP's back out. Everything's back out. I need XELLOW to justify this AWP. I need to see something from him because it has just been very unimpressive to this point. So let's see what we got, Alan.
Something also to note on Inferno is that he could rifle and have full nades. And the nades are so valuable. We could even drop an extra set maybe for B. That scope might have been, I guess the Molly probably covers it. So they're probably not quite sure. But look at this committed mid-fight. And Lau and X is coming over. 4 players in. They are praying the forZe come for mid.
If they go Balk, you're ruined. If they go B, you're ruined. Oh, Shelfie's going Balk. That Molotov's designed to just push them back, but it's actually drawing forZe forward. So right now, at least, they seem to be playing this out very effectively. Pressure's going to be on for Stair. They're waiting to see if they got that result or that return. And here's the problem. Krad's just going to hold on to this position. Oh my goodness, he almost got that kill. He's got it. Does that pull the bomb back? This could be key in the round.
They don't know.
There's no other response.
They don't know.
They don't, but they haven't gotten any response. There's no nades back in the other turn. They've got to be sniffing this out. When they find this stack, what are they going to do? Now they know. Now they know. Now it's rumbled. Why? They're fighting. They're fighting into it. The flashbangs are good, and it works. Talk about the mad scientist. Oh, the blade's just sunk in. Lau, he lives. Because Jerry didn't have his gun out, but Lau down to 25 has to try and slink away. Frustration there with the mouse spin. forZe identifying the stack and then slamming their faces into it. Genius and madness, Alan. Genius.
Yeah, that felt like a step into the insanity. And I think Lau's push with the smoke also bordered on that. Crikey. I mean, I don't blame them. Lau dropped a second set here onto B. That's so, Stair showed 2 nade sets. That's why it was a little bit hard to tell. But once the first player dies in mid, You know you know B is open for business.
Yeah.
But they just keep going.
Yeah.
I always admire it. I don't think it was the right move, but I admire the brutality of what they've just done.
Oh. Okay. Zyphon, the one with the scope right now, and he does find the trade early on. Woo! Zyphon! Okay. This guy's trying to be the one-man wrecking crew to propel his team into rounds, and this is going to have force on the back foot. If this turns into a retake as well, those guns will be retrievable in towards mid. Just pistols they have to contend with on the B site for the time being, though.
It's a good read to start stacking B when you've killed 2 players A. And they might just get it right.
Looks are out. None for the cross. None for the cross. They got to do this. Otherwise, the scout is going to have a field day. So wary of the flank coming through.
Yeah, after earlier from Lau.
Scout gonna get the tag again. Zyphon, so much damage he's done into this round. It's actually absurd. They know he's here. Late flower pots boost. Is anyone clearing for this? No, no, no one's clearing for this. One found. How has he done enough?
Oh no!
Continuing to get these tags. Finally, they've killed the bad man. Finally, they've killed Zyphon, but now the pistols might as well be ops. Just down to ZELLOW. Just down to ZELLOW. He's had such a quiet game, but now he has to finish this off. And zorte is one CZ spam away from death. Planting the bomb. He's committing this. This should be a sure thing. No way to lose this. And ZELLOW will seal the deal. Will bring this through. But I want to see how much damage Zyphon got. He has 102 ADR before this round. I want to see the jump after. Huh? He lost ADR? That's no way. No way. 2 scout kills. No, 2 scout tags.
Was it 100?
All right, thank you.
Was it 102?
It was 102.
So it's 240 because
24
it's 10 rounds. It's 10 rounds, so you can just times it up. Beautiful.
240 ADR. What a monster.
Beastly stuff. Beastly stuff. Felt like Sprout needed a round like that. The gun rounds have been very underwhelming. And we mentioned it throughout, and Zyphon, that was a star moment. That was a round they should never have had any business winning, and he just gets insta-kill, make it 2, does a lot of damage. He also was the player that rotated B and stacked it in a 4-on-3, so that's a good read as well. Across the board, a monster round from the Dane.
Feels like in some way, Zyphon was kind of the forgotten piece almost of that Flames roster. You know,
Sprout
you had Nikodos.
4B. That was crazy. They started 4B.
Well, it's worked. I think they've gotten a feel for the tempo for us. That they will actually take advantage of that positioning to assert some top brackets control. But this is what we've seen from forZe in pretty much every round, right? Make a move towards top banana, try and take that space, then shift back, take some bracket space, and then do whatever madcap plan they've got. ZELLOW, here's another opportunity with that AWP. They're going to swing. The shot goes wide. He's not going to hit it. An opportunity lost. And now he's forced back towards the site. Doesn't have any utility to hold on to this either. So they need to get Stare into support because he's got no way to slow this down. And now he's going to be smoked off. This could just be a B take. It would be absolutely the right call.
He's pulling Lau as well, look. He's pulling Lau as well. And the kill from Jerry. Oh, he's concocting something up here. There's only 2 left on A.
But you see, put a crossfire. And it's Zyphon. It's Zyphon in the scene. Azur. It's the first. Turn them asunder. Pressure going to be on. Azur. Good for it. And now that crossfire comes to bear, and the hold is brilliant. Who needs utility when you just kill everybody? But I do... Okay, so good round for Sprout. I want to talk about one thing that I just noticed in that round as well. And this is, again, putting a little bit of the pressure on ZELLOW here. So you wind up in a situation where you're boosting on coffins above the smoke. And the rifle goes on top instead of the op. I don't know what the confidence is doing, but
depends how good the
lacking.
one-way was. The rifle's not bad if it gets frisky up there, but I mean the missed shot is quite glaring early on. Zyphon actually going to peek second mid. He's sticking around the window for a second, and zorte burns alive.
All right, not the start forZe we're hoping for. Jerry's taking the Molotov now. Jerry? Punishing Krad? Okay.
What a rough position.
A little awkward.
Sprout
Look
just
at
do
this
deep.
spot for Result, though. Look at Result.
How's he found all this space?
They just gave it to him. They just gave it to him for free. He's going to catch a player rotating. Stairs knife out. Actually did get the gun. A little bit late. Now pressure onto these B players, and this round's back on. Should have been a done deal. Round's back on. It's going to be about Result. What he could do, and XELLOW on the other side. They've stalled with the CT smoke. That just brings Result closer, and the pit players haven't shifted. Sprout still don't have a read necessarily on this. They don't know this confirmed. And look at all the space that Result's going to get into the church. Oh, this could be spicy. Nice find for XELLOW. Had to have it. But they're out. They're past. They're pressuring him. And that's going to provide some space for Result to get around the corner. They're both here. Not going to realize that. Thought a play would be Nubox. And so just Krad. Now surrounded. The flank developing. And he's put down to the dirt.
Clean round from Sprout. The deep nadage early on in the round, down mid. Bit of a peeking from the Abs balcony, as well as the banana nade seemed to just be brilliant. 2 fast kills. And forZe are always scrambling. If Result hadn't found that enormous gap in towards CT, that round is never in question. There's no route onto the site. They have no nades left. They dumped it all trying to fight for that control, which saw 2 of them dying early. Not the best showing for forZe, and their money is a little bit by the wayside. Half buy to come, and thank God the rifle is on Result, because he has been the heaviest hitter for sure so far for forZe.
That's a freebie. Shelfie just walking the smoke, feet first. Easiest kill of Zyphon's game so far.
What was the plan?
I don't know. See if you can get away with it.
I think they wanted to apps pop as well, and that's kind of giving up the game.
Shelfie does play here a fair amount, I think, so maybe they can just sell this off as it was just a bit of a lurk. But now, I mean, the other utility coming in, this is going to confirm it. XELLOW, pressure's on again. He's flubbed the Molotov. Quite what he was hoping
Crossfire's
for.
so good, though. It's so good.
Should be a good hold. Flashbang's on, though. All you need to do is get a couple kills, and all of them will help. That's the way you like it. If you're forZe, what a way to get back on track after a few round slide. Bomb down, round over.
Where did Jerry Tech 9 on? He's the long player, right? Didn't he come around the...
No, I think he came out short. Did he come out long?
I think he was long. I think he might have just killed one of the pit players with Tech 9 from long.
Mad scientist.
That round looked impossible. The crossfires were so good. They had 1 flashbang, and surely by design, somebody's not open to flashbangs in that setup, right?
You would think.
You would have thought so. But the flash was, at least the player on balcony, it was ruinous. And Result, 2 fast AK kills. The first one was very fast. And they live with 4 players. Catastrophe.
This Result guy is very interesting. 16-6 right now. The new prospect for this forZe roster, right? Jerry, it seems like he just continually finds these young talents and develops them within his roster. Now, Result, the newest one, the newest focal point. Got some interesting hair, too.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's
Do you
really
think
got
Jerry
all the
goes and
points
seeks
checked.
out like the craziest PhD students, and that's how we end up with the lineups?
Yeah. Yeah, he sends them internship applications.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Hello, I need a postgrad. Come to my Counter-Strike laboratory.
I wonder what the entrance exam is like. Something crazy, surely.
You're strapped to a desk. Your hands.
Oh, you know those,
for like 24 hours.
You know those things where they show you mundane pictures and then you're meant to come up with like weird interpretations of it. They show him. He shows them a decoy, and then he's like, "How could this be used to win a round?"
Give me your best round.
Explain to
You
me.
have 3 P250s and a decoy. How do you win?
And that's how they write the strat book for forZe.
Truly is.
Like that.
Seems like we have an issue here with somebody's keyboard, unfortunately. Someone's keyboard has kicked the bucket. So we're going to need to get a keyboard swap here. Apparently going to take a few minutes. So we will take a quick break here, folks, and be right back once the keyboard has been swapped out. All right. Sorted that one out. Little keyboard replacement going on. Remember, folks, charge your keyboards if you're rocking a wireless. Here's my thing. I know people really like wireless for everything, and I understand it for mouse. I understand it for headphones. I don't understand it for keyboard. What do you do with your keyboard that you need it to not be wired in?
Who knows? Strange seating positions, maybe. Going full JDM and you want the keyboard on your lap.
I like to fully recline, put the keyboard on my chin, type with my nose. That's a good flashbang. That's a dead stare. Krad. Getting set up by his team for success. Now they've got banana control. And this is already a pressure round for Sprout. The economy is on its breaking point, potentially. Az is just given an audio cue. Did he think that there was a boost below him?
Yeah, he did. And now he's in big trouble.
A little bit of a miscomm there. He's a dead man. XELLOW sold his teammate upriver. And now XELLOW's making noise in the library, so they know where he is. Zyphon, unfortunately, we get a kill that gives him a point to defend from on the site at the least. And XELLOW, they really thought he'd gotten out of dodge.
What's
but
going
he
on?
Also didn't know that there was a player, right? Okay, what is happening? Krad now has
Krad
full
had
control of
B
B.
the whole time there.
Yeah, he's just waiting for Lau to rotate back in. You gonna clear tree, Lau? You are not gonna clear tree. Round's over. That's a bit of a disaster for Sprout. Felt like they were on the back foot and miscued all the way through.
Jerry classic in the end, as always. The first kill on Stair is, of course, unfortunate as they jostle for Banana, but to lose a player long because you miscomm a boost, and then Azza decides to commit to the cubby and he just gets ruined by the nades. It is unfortunate. Here's that flash through early on. Aggressive stuff from Krad. And that's why he's on this team. Because he's an aggressive player. And I guess in losing potentially someone like Norvi, I guess they felt they needed a aggressive rifler back in the squad. That man is Krad.
I'm actually amazed that this has turned into a buy on the Sprout side. I did not think they had this
Last
kind of
round.
financial effort. Yeah, but I mean, this good of one? Well, all good. Creative accounting. Spam damage onto XELLOW. Might make him even more timid than we've seen. Utility potentially coming over. zorte wants a fight. Oh, to stack up on the other side, and zorte wants a fight. Is that a flashbang for this? He's a dead man. If not,
Oh my God.
goodness, he gets the leg and he's out. He's so quick. He's so quick.
That's not allowed.
That's insane.
That is not allowed.
So they work Krad in here. They've drawn the AWP over. They've drawn the rotation over. They've got the light sight. And now they're going to work some control towards... Hey, this is, again, forZe manipulating the way Sprout is playing. Pulling the rotations. Doing a great job of it here on Inferno.
Are they going to go through this long smoke? They decide not to. Lau's the only high HP player here, and he's going to be the first to meet bullets. Krad gets one. And these guys between them have barely any HP. No mistakes allowed. That was frisky, but I don't think it's going to matter. Zyphon up against 4 in defense of A.
They know this is just one. They've seen the 2 on the B site. Pressure on his Zyphon. One way or another, he's going down with just a farmers to defend himself. And look at the health. Look at the health for Sprout. Look at the health. Oh, no. Op's going to have to hit. First tag goes out, to be fair. Gets things started. That was just stare, though. Now he's going to have to try and reposition. They got the linchpin player of Result chilling in Boiler. Is the insurance policy, but they may not even need it. These players on site could be good enough. That's a good way to get started. All into stare. Desperation. A dream. A hope. A prayer. Not going to happen. Double digits for forZe. Double digits for forZe in the first half. The T side of Inferno, they looked in command, in control for most of that game. Sprout, need to rally, need to find something doing here. This push around would be a good way to start, but of course he just wants to fight. Jerry blinded up, he's getting nothing. But his teammates, well, Krad has one. Shalfie, Balin here towards New Box. They know he's here. So he's just got to fight, try and find some heads. On the meantime, they run up, and that's a massacre. This retake, not an appetizing prospect. The bomb certainly planted, and this one looks like it's going the way of Sprout.
Maybe even save the armor before you take damage. He doesn't feel on. He doesn't feel on. No kits either. Nobody presenting themselves very disciplined from Sprouts. And indeed, looks like these two are backing away. That was 5 armor from forZe. The intent was abundantly clear that they wanted jewels galore. And, well, they got that. It just didn't go their way whatsoever. Maybe the spawn on Jerry wasn't great because he never got a good fight on Banana. He was always playing second fiddle as he's trying to fall back.
Stare. Doesn't really matter. A pistol round win for Sprout. I have them feeling darn peachy about making a game of this one. Still, if you'll recall the first half, the early rounds were where things got weird and messy, and then forZe managed to pull ahead. So we still need to see a lot more before the proof is on the pudding. We've got another pause coming out. I would imagine this is also for a technical reason, because I can't imagine the strategies changed in the first 2 rounds of this half.
No. And coming into this, you probably
maybe
had
they
a
should
plan.
just take a pause.
Potentially, I mean, it's not unheard of. They also
There we go.
Okay,
Stare
he's back.
DC'd,
Okay,
apparently.
well, I hope he's back soon. I would have said anyway that there was a period where a lot of teams were paused before second round. We did it as endpoint for a bit when we kept losing them, and you have to imagine in this series, Sprout probably expected to play Nuke as the first map as well, not Inferno. So maybe that as well as in the mix. Things do a little bit more on the fly, not as much preparation potentially.
Perhaps. Still, you'd imagine Inferno is one of the maps they have at least done some work with Azure to cover. It's hard to know. It's so hard to know what they've actually been able to prep and figure things out. And, it's very, very touch and go in terms of that. It does seem like we maybe got this resolved. Here we go. No, Jerry is still showing over on the Sprout side. Trust me, he hasn't switched teams.
He's infiltrated.
Back.
He's infiltrated.
It's just warmed up our HUD a little bit.
Double
but that's
agent.
okay.
Double
Usually
agent
sorts
Jerry.
itself out after a round, folks.
Well, we can still see what's going down.
Stairs on the
Anti-half
five.
fight. There's actually not a lot of nades here for the CD side.
Result. Look at result.
Crazy push. Look at this.
They have no idea. They have no clue. They have no clue. How would you ever predict this? He hasn't made noise going in. This is going to be a dead man. Result!
No!
Oh! Tried to play patient, but he couldn't anticipate allow an X to that position. It goes to waste. It goes to ruin. That could have been so very spicy. Oh, no. Oh, that hurts. That hurts so very much.
It's going to be a save as well. 4-stacked B from forZe. Don't be deceived by the HUD. There are 4 still alive, but they're over on B. This is a dry run from Sprout as they dump their long wrap nades. And result is going to be... you can't blame him for the trigger discipline.
No.
He is just... I mean, I am stunned Lau is even looking into that kind of area.
I think that was honestly, I mean, you could see it for what Lau did. He's just kind of flicking around. He's just kind of jumping, flicking around. It's just good practice, you know? Man plays retake servers. He's like, let me just flick and check every... Oh my god, he's there! But they're going to be thanking his awareness right now. Always check your corners, even if it's just a fast flickaroo. Because that could have been... I mean, if he gets 1 there, if he gets 2 there, Lau doesn't check it, and he gets 2. The round's in chaos. And we've got our HUD back.
Jerry's back on the right side. Enough
He's
of his
ended
infiltration.
his secret agent mission.
Espionage. Jerry forZe, that is.
Jerry Bond, we call him.
Shaken, not stirred.
The name's Bond. Jerry Bond. It's a little less impact.
I'd love to see Jerry suited up like Bond. That'd be.
I want to see, it's the whole Bond intro. You know, the thing where he like walks out in the scope and then turns and shoots them. Except instead of turning and shooting them, he turns and throws a decoy at them.
Yes, that'd be good. Who would be Blofeld with the cat?
Who would be Blofeld?
Who is the nemesis?
Jerry?
Who is the nemesis?
We'd have to ask him that. We'll have to ask him that. I'm not really sure. I know who Jerry's nemesis would be. Ooh, okay, a little bit of damage there.
Is there a player called Tom?
Somewhere, I'm sure.
TV chasing Jerry around. And never quite getting him.
Never.
And ending in disaster.
Always one step ahead is Jerry. There?
Whoo!
Not one step ahead here. Zorte has erased him, given an upgrade over to Jerry. So now, down a man early. That's going to trigger the rotation as well. Not seeing anything beyond it. Zorte wants to get into the angle to help out his teammates. 5-7 here in Coldzera. Crossfire with Pit. 5-7 can be lethal in these angles, and that's where you see it. Result, he wasn't in Pit at all. He was out on the balcony. There's nothing doing, not a kill for Sprout.
Disaster. Zorte, early peak. Take some notes from the Zyphon Scout's Handbook. Finds the frag, and Result just met no resistance in apartments. He tucks himself in. I really thought the player Cold might get fragged about any chance of a trade, but the 1-2 punch works perfectly at the end. 1 kill from Cold, and then Result swings, and it's an absolute cleanup. Wow. Thank God Sprout had some money in reserve, because that has really changed the space of this second half. forZe given a massive opportunity now to streak ahead with the economy. Back to normality. Slow defaults. Jerry's playing wide on Banana. This Krad holds some nadage. And they do cede mid control. Maybe Jerry's going to think about getting aggressive now they've lost all the space. And Zorte's getting a bit frisky here on mid. I think's better of it in the end.
Oh, Jerry. Jerry doesn't have the util for this. Does he get away? He does, somehow. Unpunished. Damage taken for sure, but considering the circumstances, not a terrible result. Jerry. Still, though, they know they've applied pressure over towards B. It's drawing the third rotation.
Oh, Zorte's clearing. Zorte's just
check
check boiler in close mid. Now they can lean free B.
But they're not going to. They're just going to swap.
No, I think Jerry's
setting up the flash. All right. Of course, the mad scientist 10 steps ahead. Flashbang comes out. A little early. Actually, a smoke to isolate the tree fight. Information gained. Jerry gonna drop. Time is such an issue here, but they're clearing out the defense, and it's gonna be okay.
That looks so scary. Without a CT smoke, 15 seconds. Maybe even less as you're actually rounding the corner. It's just such a shame that if Jerry had a little bit more health, I think he kills the play on the cross. He would have committed to the duel, and then it would have got absolutely mad as they're scrambling for a bomb plant. In the end, Sprout converts. forZe are, yeah, they're trying to fight for mid and top Banana, but can never truly get the better of those engagements.
I think Sprout are going to be ecstatic about this one as well. It's been very rare that they've been able to get out of a round with 5 alive. You got to buy in the tank. You got a lot more comfort here as you're trying to claw this one back. Investment's presumably going to come through from forZe. There's not enough to cow them with those 2 saved rifles, but here's the round where you can really shift the momentum into this game. Zorte's got the op, though. What are they going to do with it to try and make him the difference maker in this round? We saw not a lot of impact for Zeld in the first half with it. He didn't have a lot of success with that AWP. Let's see if Zorte Can one-up him here.
5 rifle favored so far on the T side. Gary's got a good spawn. He might choose to go through just the early nades. And not a lot else on Banana as they choose to sit on these util sets for now. Molly behind the half-wall just to dissuade any aggression as Krad clears close. And maybe they'll slip into a full Banana take soon as more nades being lined up. Just, no, just some more nades over the half-wall. HE's the results?
Tried to get cheeky. Tried to get cheeky playing on the edge of the smoke, trying to play ahead of it, but
he just knew.
He's always aware. This is going to rumble the rest of the A set. That smoke alone, if they just go out behind it, I mean, no one's in position to deal with this. It could just turn into a save. Zorte, he's going to be on the angle now, but if they push him off with utility, well, now Krad's come in to reinforce. A desperate spam from Jerry, just trying to find something to give his team a little something to build on.
Such a bold call to give up A and play into long instead. Shelfie sees nothing, and they're going to go into... Oh, Krad's going to start walking mid. Right on the edge. Right on the edge of Az's crosshair there.
They've rotated everyone off, though. They've just left Krad. This is such a gamble, and with his head ripped from shoulder, it's a save.
I think it was the right move, though. They cleared quite a lot of brackets and a little bit of mid, and they just saw nothing. You got to take a risk being a man down, and I don't blame forZe. They're playing for the long term here. Zorte can drop 1. Yes, one of Krad will result. Will have to be on a bit of a jumble buy in the end, but better to play the long game in this sort of situation. All off the back of Zyphon's first kill. I guess he kind of saw the smoke because he's swinging up, and he just knew that was going to be a one-way. He probably pre-fired the corner. And, yeah. forZe from there, forced to make bad decisions.
Not forced to make bad decisions, though.
No.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop with this.
It's early. You're allowed. And Jerry's playing. Jerry's up for all the jokes.
I need a few more brain cycles before I can be counted on for good humor. Well, now, forZe managed to string along the economy in classic Inferno fashion.
We need Stair to step up. He's in position to be one of the best players on this team. He probably has better spots than Lau overall. And we know there's some asterisks around the Romanian, but this young Dane could have ended up on Astralis, and I want to see that player in the making. Shelfie goes wide. Oh my goodness, he gets it. Not going to happen in this round. Stair deleted under pressure from the utility, and that's a heck of a way to find an early pick. They committed a ton to this banana fight, but it's worked. It's worked, so it's well worth it. They are going to be under pressure for the rest of this round, but it's going to allow them to play 1B. Krad just jumping with his Molotov and his smoke to slow things down if it comes his way. And the stack is on. And Zorte's going hunting. Sprout think better of it. They didn't get the look that they wanted towards top mid. Zorte might be getting the look he's about. Oh, they're coming back. They're coming back. Swinging every which way. Zorte. Krad's under pressure.
He is. Surprised he sticks around here. The Molotov.
Oh, XELLOW, I feel it's such a shame XELLOW didn't have a flash because I think Azza wanted to go through.
Don't thinking about it.
Well, at least they pulled it off being 4A. It's a little bit rosier now, but still not good. The crossfires are nice. They can play across each other on the site between Zorte and Results. As long as Shelfie can hold on to long, Steve Ends is looking good.
There's the flash. Wow. The sledgehammer play, and Krad now lost. Jerry's going to play in the smoke or right on the edge of it. They expect a second player close? No, they do not. XELLOW straight to his death. But Jerry's
going back to A time.
Such an issue. 18 seconds. That's the bomb drop. This is over. This is disastrous. They just don't have the time. They do not have it. Azza gone, and there's no world where Lau can do anything about this.
It looks so good for Sprout. 4 on 3, just Jerry on Banana. They had a player wrapping CT spawn. Look at the minimap of Lau right now. He's wrapping spawn. If they had 10 more seconds, that would have been a world of difference. That's, you know, drop the pace on Banana, let the flanker do the work. The time was the 6th player in the end for forZe. And that is gutting. That is gutting. To Sprout have played, you know, they had a good couple rounds in this T-server. They've shown us more than they ever did on the defense. But that's a heck of a kick in the teeth.
It is. It is.
Still waiting for Stair to get engaged. He looks like he's the primary force fighting Banana, the spear point.
Alan, he's pretty young. You shouldn't be expecting him to get engaged just yet. We don't even know if he's dating.
Well, Electronics had a kid at 20, so that's what I'm saying. Listen, as my role at the BCSA, I'm ensuring future generations of Counter-Strike players.
Yeah, you should be hoping for future generations of British Counter-Strike players.
Exactly.
You don't need to be encouraging the Danes.
I'm
They
like
got
World
enough.
War II propaganda where I'm pushing, you know, more babies. That's what we want.
I don't think you need to help the Danes discover new young talents. They're doing just fine with that.
Listen, maybe he's marrying a Brit.
There you go.
That's the master plan.
That's the real strat. You start sending eligible Brits to seduce top Danes and breed a next generation of UK players.
Okay.
Oh, God. All right. We've gone too far.
Yeah, we are. We're a bit on thin ice here.
Let's reel it back. Oh, no.
Oh, these are our best segments. Beautiful.
The madness creeps in.
Yeah, there's this regroup. Is there any nades here on B? It's Krad and Jerry, and they've got nothing.
No, they got nothing.
Well, thank God Shalfie's coming near, but it looks like Jerry wants to fight.
He also Shalfie doesn't have a smoke or a molly. He's just got this flash coming in. XELLOW not caught by it. We're gonna catch Jerry getting a little bit too cheeky. So the stack's coming this way. Zyphon still has the chance to just find this kill and bail them out, but time's starting to get short, and Sprout do not want to run out of clock again. So 25 seconds. They're going to go in towards the site. Zyphon's got that kill. It's going to trigger the rotate. I'd be very nervous if I were them. You don't have long clear, but if they just move short, this should be A-okay. And indeed, the site is empty. forZe go for a little bit of the stack. The bomb's going to go down, and despite, again, playing risky on the clock, Stair gets that confirmation kill that there's no one to bother them. They're already onto the hunt.
A lot better from Sprout, much more composed. That was the difference between having 25 seconds and 15 seconds is they had a little bit of scope to make some decisions. Good lurk from this man. Beautiful kill. Player dropped on A. That was a result. And red carpet laid out.
I got a question for you, Alan. When that phrase you just used, they've got a little bit of scope to make decisions. Do you know what that means? Do you know why you use that term, where that comes from?
Scope
in that context, what scope means? It's nothing to do with a gun, I'll tell you that.
I don't know then. I can't even think of where else you use the word scope.
Scope is the line or chain that you put out on an anchor line so that you have enough room for the boat to shift around with the tides and like hold well. Right, so the scope is the not how much it takes for the anchor to go down. Right, when you're anchoring a boat, first you drop the anchor down, then you make sure it's stuck, and then you let out a certain amount of scope. Usually, either depending on the bottom of the water, usually like a 5 times the depth ratio, something along those lines. Depends on the boat, depends on the situation, but that's the scope. It basically gives you a buffer for the boat to bounce along the anchor and mitigate the force of the ship.
There you go. That's what we needed to know. That's the information.
Today's lesson.
That's the information we needed.
Today's lesson with Darth and Allen.
Yeah. I mean, results quite the anchor as well, so...
Yes.
He's
got a lot of scope here. Doesn't need a lot of scope to function, rather.
Zorte's a madman!
What? Jump off the balcony, shatter your own ankles, get the kill. That's the Zorte way. Now Jerry's pushed down. Is Stair going to expect us? He is. That's nice. A clear for free. Didn't have the utility to stick in that position, did Jerry? And that puts pressure onto Krad, so he's backing away. Azur's gained the space. Azur's got a player on the retreat. I think they may have just gotten an audio cue. Shelfie's wary of it now. Yeah, they did get confirmation. The library player, I think, either spotted or just had an inkling. That is going to send the rotation in. It was looking like a very strong take. Now it gets a bit weaker. Potential crossfire setup. Utility going out. It's not a smoke for the cross. It's a molly. And a flash. And a new box peek. And they're stuck in pool, and there's 25 seconds, and Shalfie has just completely isolated Stare. So this would be a heck of a round to find back for the young Bane. He's being surrounded. The longer the time goes on, the more CTs there are to bear. He's being whittled down in health as well. He's stuck in the coffins. And this might be a fitting position for him because he's looking like a dead man.
Krad is such a menace. He was the player behind Triple and just would not allow a clean fight. Would not allow a clean fight. This is madness. Absolute madness. And if you want it punched home, how much more aggressive and dynamic zorte is than his counterpart on Inferno, you couldn't really get a better case in point.
No. Yeah. So just 14 and 6. Astounding. He's only died 6 times. Has to have been presumably implicated in every single one of these saves.
Zorte is another Shiro type, where he's not early round aggressive. He's more of a fill the gap sort of player. Mid round, getting a bit more proactive.
Yeah, it feels like, okay, so hear me out, right? I feel like Shiro might be the player that a lot of operators are modeling themselves around right now. Because the thing about so Simple is the guy that like every Counter-Strike player wishes they were, but it's hard to study Simple because so much of what he does is instinctive and just insanely skilled. But Shiro, he's still got that insane skill ceiling, but maybe some things are a little bit more applicable. Jerry applies his rifle to the enemy's faces. And that's going to be firm banana control. That's going to be 2 kills already, and that's going to be a disaster for Sprout to kick off this round.
Jerry sends some 180 over for Krad as he commits up close. And it's a nice change up because they've done a lot of rounds of 4A solo banana. And they switch it up. They're going to stick around for the fights. Jerry's to be called upon soon if the smoke doesn't dissuade them. Zyphon. It's a nice kill. Thank God Krad was there to trade it for the forZe side.
All right, XELLOW, if there ever was going to be around, here's your chance. Use some dynamic play. Actually has been a little bit more dynamic with this AWP, it feels like, since the switch. But his counterpart is posted on the other side, so it's just waiting for this utility to block vision. They still have to get past. And Molly does not tick the op. Oh, it does indeed. Zorte burning. He's down for the count, but Krad's still here. XELLOW. No scope on the result, but he's stuck. He gets the bomb plant off, but that's it. That's all you get. 14 on the board for forZe. They are inching closer to this finish.
Pretty wild spray early on from Jerry to net himself 2. Deep down in the banana. Through the smoke, you see the bodies strewn across the floor. And those early fights, here they are. One already down for the count, and the wild spray gets him the second from there. Fairly calm close. I got a little bit frisky at the end as XELLOW gets the no scope. But up against 14, Sprout, they're throwing the kitchen sink at this. They don't want to half buy into 5 map points for their adversaries. 2 Galils, 1 AK. Lesser weaponry on the others. It's far from ideal, and they have to make this work.
Stare. Here we go. There's a way to come alive. They don't expect a third player here, though. Shalfie is completely unknown. Their backs are turned to him. They're not clearing this. They're not clearing this. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shalfie makes a mess of it, but still finds 2. Not going to be able to get any more, but it's at least going to ask some questions of this round. What was looking like a sure thing, a guarantee, has some queries now, and well, they're still limited on the weaponry. This retake is not going to be confident. It's a little ambitious for Rezal, and they go out to meet him. And with that, zorte has to back away and save this AWP.
Yeah,
what a round for Stare, Alan.
Oh, we wanted that the whole half, didn't we? Just some feistiness, some aggression. that's what Stare and Lau are kind of known for, is being fearless, is being not necessarily, you know, balls to the walls, super aggressive, caution by the wayside. It's more like mega decisive. They go, they get a, you know, if they get any space, they're going to take it and get up in your face and make it difficult to play against. And Stairs defaulted a lot of rounds into Banana this half and not got up in the faces. And it was nice to see a different look. That's a big kill, actually, because now a buy is actually probably out of the question, actually, just off the back of that kill.
Stare. All right. God, that was nice. Love some Stare entries. Just love some decisive play coming through from Sprout. It feels like a lot of the time they're having the initiative taken by forZe, right? In terms of these early engagement, in terms of these early fights, in terms of the way they're taking these duels. They're taking that initiative back. Well, they're not going to let that rest, are they, on the forZe side? Immediate swings out, immediate dynamic play, playing towards alt mid. Now they got so much control. You got Rezal working around on the flank. You got a timer on this one for Sprout. If they get caught here towards Banana for too long, they got to be wary of Rezal. And so they are going to accelerate much faster than we've seen from them for the most part. Shalfie can't connect. The Fama's not doing him any favors, but Krad will. 2-on-2. Jerry just a CZ, but Rezal with this rifle. That's going to be the key piece. Azir and Jerry. Two captains of these squads. Going toe to toe. And Azir is so low that he needs XELLOW to hit this shot. Oh, okay. Or just through the coffins. There it works. Now they know. XELLOW's revealed his position. Pressure's on. Players up top. He'll get the CZ. He'll get the CZ, but the angle's condensed. The angle is tight, and XELLOW is up for it.
Time is too far gone anyway. No kits for that CT side. Krad did his absolute best to make that compelling. That was so awkward as Sprout were committing into B. They had to go for a smoke. Krad had a second. And it could have got scary. But the flashes were good. XELLOW was even better at the end. Where was that XELLOW 20 rounds ago? But at least he's arrived. A good round from Stare, followed by a good round from XELLOW. We've asked a lot of questions of them. And if they can maintain this sort of form, maybe we do have a game on our hands.
I think we do. I mean, money's broken over for the forZe side. Timeout's going to be taken here from Sprout just to make sure they don't blunder. This is actually their last timeout. Interesting circumstance to take it in. I want to guarantee things here. What do you make of this, Alan? What do you make of this timeout timing?
A little bit bizarre because we would have thought they had a good read on the money given the pistols in the mix there. Maybe they've got it wrong. Maybe they thought it was a half buy. I'm not sure. Because Sprout should kind of know that the money is in the doldrums. And there's not a lot of risk here. Maybe Barry spotted something in general with their play. Or maybe a discussion about how they could have lost that round off the A aggression and getting kind of suffocated into Banana at one point. So maybe that was the talk of how to avoid that happening again.
Might have been. This is a
Jerry special.
Play.
This is a Jerry special.
Lure them in. Never show the stack. Swing back out off of a flashbang, I guess, is the strat here. Seems like we might get to see it in execution.
Guess they'll go through on the tap, maybe?
Maybe. Sprout have seen nothing, so they're going to assume that it's a bracket smoke. Okay. All right. I see the ideas. I see the pieces. Not going to work, but I see the pieces. I see the thought. 2 kills. Not the worst thing in the world, considering the investment of the round.
Yeah, they're a little bit unlucky that more players weren't really committed onto the site to get really badly hit by the flash, but 2 kills off just a flashbang and some USPs. It's not too shabby. Here's the buy, though. Krad has no smoke. He's one of the B players. He'd love to have full nades. Jerry doesn't have a molly, so it's a little bit worse for wear, and no kits is a little bit nerve-wracking given how many rounds have gone down to afterplants in the last few. This is looking good for... It's looking pretty good for Sprout now. Money's definitely in their court.
A tickler of a nade. Can Jerry cook up here? Jerry, zorte, Krad to set up util. Here comes the play. There comes the move. Result's gotten a kill elsewhere. This is going to force Sprout further in. They've got no second option. That's the bomb committed. The trade is instant. The flashbang was good. Krad doesn't commit off of it. Zorte's just trying to spam through smoke. That's not effective. And now the smoke covers off for Sprout. The boost up, almost effective. And Krad seals the deal. What is happening here? Krad's out, but he wants to get back. He actually had the space. No one was watching for him. That could have gotten real spicy. But doesn't commit.
Kind of lost himself in the end.
So far. Oh, XELLOW has definitely warmed up into this game.
Lack of the kit is the game changer. They've got no time. They need to sprint.
That they do. Smoke to cover off XELLOW, prevent him from getting sightlines. Continuing to drop util, making sure he just can't see anything. They've got the read on the spots, but they have to get the bomb, and they've already lost this. Not doing. Stare just whittling off the clock in case there was a kid available, but everybody's going to die in this one. Nice attempt at the save there, Krad. He's like, let me get the corner and pray.
He's definitely going to die with the radius changes. Oof. That felt a little bit slow from forZe on the retake. Someone needed to be cooling. There's no kit. We need to sprint. Was it Krad that lost himself in all the smokes? Got a little bit bizarre. forZe had 3B there on the exec. It's a pretty well positioned for the sort of hit that was coming in. It's kind of how the setup's designed, and they can't hold on. And now into it's not even a half buy because they bought up so much of some of these players. Mid pushes in, XELLOW traded. Man advantage now for forZe. Astaire gets one in reply. This round is a mess in mid.
It's just that extra swing. That extra swing is madness. It's all on the Zyphon. He's been tagged as well. He's been put on notice. Round 29 here.
How on earth does he win this?
And is delivering all of the spice in the world. I mean, getting past Zorte is going to be a nightmare. No, the timing. Oh, no, Zorte. You had absolutely the right idea.
Oh, ooh.
He's making footsteps. I don't think Zyphon was close enough to hear that.
Zyphon heard.
No. But which way does he want to go? He's going through spawn, maybe? Zorte's just trying to play this safe. If he makes any noise, Zorte's going to be on him. Oh, he's got the right idea. Allen, he's got the right idea. This is brilliance here. Still need to execute, but he's going to clear out the pit. And he's found this one. Brought down to the clutch. Krad rotating majorly out of position. Is going to allow the bomb plant to go down. And with his 20th kill, Zyphon may just have found the 29th round. He's creepy. He's taking the initiative here. He's moving in towards mid, trying to cut off the rotations before Krad gets in towards the site. He's not going to be timid. He's going to find this player blindsided. There's no way. Zyphon, a masterclass.
Play of the map. Play of the map. No doubt about it. 1-on-2. 1-on-2. Zorte, one more second. Holding mid from T Apartments. And he gets the kill. It was a lesser investment from forZe, but that was the moment where they could have just won the map. There was no cash in reserve for Sprout. And now, round 30, they of course have to invest, being the last of regulation, and up against map point. Shalfie's got a rifle, but it's not going to be that good outside of that. Krad, MP9, result might be in the same bag as well. No AWP on Zorte, who's been a pretty big weapon. I guess at times during this half, it's just cooled off a little of late. And have Sprout done it? This is their opponent's map pick. They look. It was a 10-5 half.
Yeah.
10-5 half, and going really far down as well as they got into the start of their T-side campaign. I can't believe they're on map point right now.
I mean, massive credit to XELLOW. He was so quiet in the first half, even through much of this one, but he has warmed up massively, and that's been a difference maker for them. So huge credit towards him. Stare as well is somebody who's come into his own on this map, and then Zyphon. I mean, that last round's an exclamation point, but he's had a good game. So for Sprout, now with the players hitting, they just need one more. They just need to seal the deal here. But forZe, always content with playing the long games. Always content with bringing it the distance. See if they can do so once more. This is the most passive we've seen forZe in an initial CT setup in a long time, and of course that can't last. So Jerry's going for a little bit of a fight here, top banana.
Stare going through. He's getting ready to peek. It's actually through. The smoke wins the duel. Where was this stare earlier? Makes it to
Oh.
5-on-3. Sprouter on the brink of winning their opponent's map pick.
They should do at this point. It's a dire situation. There's utility, at least for forZe, but zorte's desperate. He's trying to go through the smoke, and that was ambitious, to say the least. The bomb planted. The body's whittling away. Result doesn't even get onto the site. All on a Shalfie. The ace clutch required. And it's desperation. His position known. He's smoked off. They don't even have to contend with him if they don't want to. They'll hold him at arm's reach. He doesn't have a kit either, Alan. He has to do this now. He has to go through, and he knows it. Just desperately hoping for a kill before he does so. This is going to happen. The flashbang. I think he's already lost this round on time. He's already lost this round on time. There is nothing he could do to change that fortune, but a few more empty frags will make no difference in this. It's going to be Sprout snatching away their opponent's map pick. They did it the absolute hardest way. They battled all the way back, but they made good. And Stare, a couple huge rounds on those B entries, a couple game-changing rounds, redeems himself in our eyes, redeems himself, I'm sure, in your eyes, in the audience as well, and redeems Sprout one map win.
XELLOW too also had a really lackluster game, and on the rifles as well on the T side, he was much more stable. That was amazing. Sprout